This is Daily Armenia, CivilNet's daily news digest. Here's what's making headlines in Armenia today. Prime Minister Nikol Pashinyan held a rare phone call with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan today. According to a statement from the Armenian government, the two leaders discussed bilateral relations and regional developments. Pashinyan congratulated Erdoğan on the occasion of the Muslim holiday of Kurban Bayram. In return, the Turkish president congratulated the Armenian leader on Yerevan being chosen to host the European Political Community Summit of the continent's leaders next spring. Despite the lack of formal diplomatic relations between Armenia and Turkey, both leaders agreed to continue their dialogue. This phone call comes about a month after they encountered each other at the EPC summit in Albania. Their last official meeting was during the United Nations General Assembly in New York back in September 2022. Pashinyan and Erdoğan first connected by phone in July of that year. That call followed an announcement by Armenian and Turkish envoys about a plan to open their long-closed land border for third country nationals and holders of diplomatic passports. But so far, that plan has not been put into action, allegedly due to pressure from Azerbaijan. Earlier today, speaking in Parliament, Armenian Foreign Minister Ararat Mirzoyan noted that while the two countries still lack formal diplomatic ties, today's dialogue is more active and effective than that between some countries which do. Still, he acknowledged that expectations are growing for concrete progress on the ground. The issue of Armenian prisoners held by Azerbaijan is one of the most difficult issues of negotiations between the two countries. It's a rare topic on which it is impossible to have constructive dialogue, according to Mirzoyan, who said today, "At this stage, we have no good news to share." The minister expressed hope that if a final normalization agreement can be signed and progress made on delimiting the border, it would create a more favorable environment that might lead to progress on returning the prisoners. Baku officially acknowledges holding 23 Armenian prisoners, including members of Nagorno-Karabakh's military and political leadership, who were mostly captured either after the 2020 war or the 2023 ethnic cleansing campaign. Nagorno-Karabakh's former president was questioned by Armenian law enforcement yesterday for the fourth time in 2 weeks, according to Radio Azatutyun, RFERL's Armenian service. Samvel Shahramanian is being treated as a witness in a criminal probe into the surrender of Karabakh's weapons to Azerbaijan during the September 2023 offensive that forced nearly the entire population to flee. No charges have been filed, but Shahramanian's lawyer did not rule out the possibility of an indictment. Shahramanian recently completed his term as president, and Karabakh's exiled parliament, most of whom support his re-election, has been trying to choose a new one. Armenian media report the government is pressuring him not to run again, as it sees the existence of exiled Karabakh institutions in Armenia as a potential obstacle to signing a normalization deal with Azerbaijan. Pashinyan has openly criticized the Karabakh leadership in exile, calling their existence illegitimate and accusing them of stirring unrest. Karabakh leaders, in turn, accuse Pashinyan of repression. Our new mini-podcast breaks down the escalating war of words between Pashinyan and the Armenian Apostolic Church. In it, Eric Hakopian argues that Pashinyan's deeply personal attacks, which rely on salacious and unverified gossip, cross a line beyond legitimate grievance. He frames the controversy as part of a broader trend, the global coarsening of political discourse driven by populism and the unfiltered nature of social media. You can find a link to the broadcast in this video's description. And finally, the CivilNet number of the day is 14. That's Armenia's unemployment rate for last year, an increase of 1.5%, according to Finance Minister Vahe Hovhannisyan yesterday. He did not detail reasons for the unexplained rise, given Armenia's growing economy. This increases the challenge for the government to meet its pledge of pushing the rate below 10% by 2026. And as always, please follow CivilNet for the latest news and independent reporting from our contributors on the ground here in Armenia.